welcome to part 2 of my series reviewing the costumes from the DC Superhero Girls show. Today is Wonder Woman. So I'm going to be looking at 2 costumes today. One is a costume she only really wears in episode 2, and the other one is a costume that she wears for the majority of the show, all the way from season 1 to season 5. So let's look at her first ever costume. There's a really elaborate shoulder piece that kind of, it covers her collarbones and her shoulders. She's wearing a shirt that clearly has armor on it, as well as a skirt that's just a normal staple for her costume. You can't see it very well in this picture, but her hair is actually tied back into a braid, and her bracers are like this sort of medium silver color. I actually prefer this version of the costume because I think having her hair tied back is much more practical, because in this design she has waist length hair, and it makes much more sense to have a sort of braided ponytail, which is what she's wearing. The star design from her tiara is also mirrored on the belt of her skirt, or maybe that's the hem of her shirt, I don't know. There's also clearly lots of armor going on, which makes me think of her warrior princess vibe. It makes it much more clear what type of hero she is. However, it kind of seems like there isn't a place to put her lasso, which is weird. I definitely remember her lasso being there, so I guess that's the only thing. Plus her sandals are just gold, and they don't make a lot of logical sense, but they bring in colors from other parts of the outfit because this gold is just literally everywhere. I'm recording this retroactively. I just wanted to add that she also is wearing pauldrons in this design. She does not wear pauldrons in the other design. The other costume, her main costume that she wears for the entire rest of the show, has blue leggings that once again have that star pattern, but her actual shirt is literally just a t-shirt, which it's cute or whatever, I guess, but it doesn't really speak to the uniqueness of this particular character, because Wonder Woman, the number one thing she is a warrior princess. And that is not coming across at all with this athleisure go to the mall look, as well as the fact that her shoulder piece, because it's not integrated into other armor, it just looks totally random. It's sort of slapped on there. It's not matching her pauldrons or anything, because she's not wearing pauldrons. She's wearing a t-shirt. But I like the boots. I think the boots are, kind of cool, I guess. Little wing details match the wings on her shoulder piece, which, can I just say, is one of the most impractical things. The version of the shoulder, collarbone piece, the clavicle piece, the clavicle armor on this costume is so much more egregious and tall than on the other one, which is, great for a cartoon because it adds more shapes to the costume. There's more things to look at. But on the other hand, why would you wear something like that? Once again, adding more voiceover retroactively, but you can see in this picture where it should be restricting her mobility in her shoulder. She also has her hair completely out of any kind of braid or tie, just hanging out, which does not make any sense for a superhero, because it would get in the way and so tangled. I can just picture her flying and getting so much hair in her mouth, tangled into the bat cycle or something. But generally speaking, I think if they were going to do the whole leggings and t-shirt thing anyway, they at least kept it on theme with the stars on the leggings that matches the stars on her tiara. It's quite cute. It just so random for her character, and I much prefer her earlier versions of her designs. Not to mention that on the main design, Her bracers or wristbands or whatever you want to call them are such a light silver that you can barely see them because it blends in with her skin tone. Whereas they're much more prominent on the earlier version of the design. Wonder Woman is supposed to have the bracers as a central feature of her design because it's canon to the show that those bracers are what inspired her to make the suit in the first place. Which is why it's also disappointing that there's less armor aspects. Both of the designs are fine, but I think that the most earlier version is just so fabulous in comparison. If y'all have any requests for tomorrow's character, put it in the comments or just tell me if you agree with the review.